The Night Before Christmas, Linux Edition. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the code not a syntax error showed, in the directory abode. The laptops were placed on desks with great care, in hopes that St. Torvalds soon would be there. The programmers were nestled all snug in their chairs, while visions of open source danced in the air. And Richard in his Emacs, and I in my Vim, had just settled in for a long coding trim, when out on the server farm there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my terminal to see what was the matter. Away to the console I flew like a flash, tore open the logs, and typed in a bash. The moon on the servers of the new fallen code gave a luster of midday to projects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature kernel and 8 open source reindeer. With the bearded old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Torvalds. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now git, now bash, now grep and awk, on sed, on cut, on find and talk. To the top of the repo, to the top of the hall, now code away, code away, code away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they met with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the server top, the coursers they flew, with the kernel full of code, and St. Torvalds too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the Ethernet, St. Torvalds came with a bound. He was dressed in a tux, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of code he had flung on his back, and he looked like a hacker just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his beard, oh so hairy. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old geek, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of my tweak. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the repositories, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the Ethernet he rose. He sprang to his kernel, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy coding to all, and to all a good night."